Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be testing and reviewing some Kerstin Florian products. Do they work? Do they not? Let's find out together. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and like I said, today I'm going to be testing and reviewing some Kerstin Florian products. And we have here, what do we have? We have the rejuvenating cleansing gel. We have here aromatherapy lavender bath and body oil, and we have the rehydrating Neroli water. So after reading the instructions and directions in the back, it looks like I just needed to give myself a shower. I was reading the instructions. Apparently this is really good for like a bath and things like that. But of course, we're going to learn more about them as I try them out. We're going to go over the ingredients. We're going to go over prices and all that stuff. So the first step, like I said, we have here a cleansing, an oil, and a mist. So I just got off the shower. My head and everything is still wet. So I think we're gonna start off with the cleanser, of course. So let's just read about it and they go from there. Right, so I am on the website at KerstinFlorian.com, and like I said, this is the rejuvenating cleansing gel. Let's just open it up. All right, right off the bat, it looks, the packaging, I'm not wowed by it, to be honest with you. It's just regular basic plastic. I mean, it is very clean. It is very, slick, let's put it this way. So let's just open it up. Wow, even though it's plastic, actually this little top cover thing is actually, I don't think I've ever seen someone that actually comes like, I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me see, come on, there we go. It literally looks like it has like a little gaps here, little molds, so this helps integrate it into here so it doesn't fall off. So I think that's actually quite innovative. I'm surprised other companies don't do that. And of course, this is just a pump. All right, let's just get into it. All right, so this is the rejuvenating cleansing gel. This one retails for $53. I'm curious to know how this gel is gonna feel on my face, because I had tried a lot of different gels, cleansers before in my life, and they all work so far really amazing. So I have my high expectations on this product. All right, it says deep cleansing formula, gently yet thoroughly removes makeup, impurities, rinsing clean to leave skin soft, supple, and refresh. Rich in botanics and protein, free from SLS and barriers. All right, so it says this one removes makeup and everything too, which lately a lot of the cleansers and things that I have been trying actually remove makeup too. So I love the fact that a lot of these cleansers are turning into makeup removers as well. So, we definitely making an upgrade there. All right, so let's try this baby out. So I have a bowl of water here. Of course, I have to take my glasses out. I already showered, but I did not clean my face. In matter of fact, I skipped a lot of different steps in my shower this morning because I wanted to test these products out. All right. So let me just prep everything here. I don't want to get wet. All right, so that says that I need to have my face, moist or wet, and the neck. So let's not forget the neck as well. So let's just do that pretty quickly. All right, the face and neck is wet. Let's try this out. Brand new product, so it's gonna take a minute. All right, there we go. Brand new product. Let's just do one pump. All right, let's do another pump. Let's see, this is, yeah. I'm gonna use two pumps. Actually, the pump on this one is very small. Oh wow, it does feel like gel, obviously. So I don't see no bubbles or anything like that, of course. Maybe I need to wet it more. This is the first time I see a gel cleanser that doesn't even give me any bubbles or anything like that. But while I'm using it, I can definitely feel that it's doing something. Like, it just feels like a regular gel. It just don't have the bubbles. And it doesn't smell like anything. All right, just put the product on my face. Now let's rinse it off. Okay, so we are back after I rinsed my face, and I'll have to say that it did a pretty good job in cleaning. It does feel very smooth, very hydrating still. And actually, this is the first time, like I said, I had used many other gel cleansers before in my life, and this one, another thing that got me like really interested is that you can either like, you know, rinse it off with like warm water, or you can use a warm washcloth. And by the way it went in, and I was applying it on my face, I noticed that, like, there's no bubbles, there was nothing there. So this cleanser is so soft, and it's really like there that I'm pretty sure you can even take this with you, like when you travel and things like that. It's like a quick little, rinse. I do feel like this will be amazing for like at nighttime, because you can just literally just put it on, just slide it all over your face, and then you can use like a washcloth, or you can just rinse it really quickly, and it's not gonna take too much time. And I think that's pretty fast, pretty quickly, and I do feel like it will be great for like a night routine. Of course, if you have sensitive skin and things like that, even in the morning, if you want to rush and things like that, of course, we have those days. I think this cleanser will be like the perfect for that, and it does a pretty good job. My face feels very nice and clean, and I like the fact that it didn't feel like it stripped my natural oils or anything away. I think it did a pretty good job at cleaning. But of course, I'm going to be testing that out today, because I have a long day today, and I really want to see how this actually turns out. And right now, ironically, it is, what time is it now? It is 6 a.m. in the morning right now. So I have a long day to do today. So I'm gonna catch you out, guys, like in around 12 hours from now. But of course, let's move on with the next one. So we got here the hydrated Neroli Water. Let's see what this says. I'm gonna need my glasses for this one again. We have here the natural hydrating Neroli Water. This one retails for $42, and it is exactly 3.4 fluid ounce. All right, this one says nature's best hydrator, pure water, meets all neutral orange blossom essence, and this iconic aromatic skin, body, and mood refresher, vegan, clean, and cruelty free. Rich in skin-loving peptides, Neroli aromatherapy, free from color and parabens. All right, so this one, once again, it retails for $42, and it is a mist. And I was reading also the back. It says that I can use this right after I clean my face, and on the body as well, right after a shower, and I can use this throughout the day. So what I'm going to be doing is actually, I'm going to be doing my skincare right now. I'm going to wear some makeup and everything today, because I haven't done that in a minute. And I'm going to be reapplying this right after I got, like in 12 hours when I catch up with you guys. So let's just apply it right now and see how this goes. The top is the cover, the same thing as the other one. I do like this really nice innovated, because it's not going to fly away, because you have no idea how many times these caps fly off. But for this one, you don't have to worry about that. So that's really nice. All right, I want to see how the mist goes. Okay, that's not too bad, and it smells delicious. Okay. Wow, this is amazing. I love mist. I love this stuff. All my friends know that. But this one smells delicious, and I like the fact that it says a little bit looking orange. It does smell a little bit of like a nice floral orange like smell. So it's really giving that really nice, like hydrating, like what was it called, like aesthetically pleasing, if that makes sense. All right, so yeah, that's just the hydrating. It does feels really nice. Let's just let it dry, and while we do, this whole situation is dry now, let's go to the next one. So now let's do the Lavender Bath Body Oil. So let's just open this baby up. So I was reading the instructions in the back, of course, and it does say that I actually can, put this on my skin, on my body, or I can even use the pump some of the oils in here, some of this oil into bath. So this one, it does come separate, the container and the thing. So, oh, and this one is actually glass. All right, let's just put it together pretty quickly. Wow, this honestly smells really good. This is making me want to give myself a spa day. The smells, the aroma, this whole thing is giving very spa-like. All right, so I just, of course, replaced the tube. Now it's a pump. And this is an oil, but looking at it, it doesn't even feel like an oil. It looks like more like a mixture of like water, oil base, if that makes sense. I wonder if this has to be twisted or I could just press it. It is like a, okay, it does tell me which one it is. So this is closed and this is open. Okay. So now we are in the open. Yeah. This is the Lavender Bath and Body Oil. This one retails for $60. And ironically, right now it's out of stock. So I'm guessing it's very popular. It is 100 milligrams or 3.4 fluid ounce. Even though I feel like this is a lot more than that. No, it is the same. Interesting, because these two are technically the same size, whatever. All right, so might be the glass. All right, so now this one says pure lavender essential oil and vitamin E. I'm already sold. Provide a sense of balance, tranquility while moisturizing and nourishing the skin, vegan and cruelty free, rich in organic oils, patent sciences, free from parabens. All right, we have lavender. I love this. We got essential oil and vitamin E. Remind you, this is for the body, and you can put this also when you have a bath. You can put this on your bath and your water, so it can really give you that really nice moisture. And of course, I believe they do have this for the face as well, but in this case, I have the one for the body. And honestly, I am very, very thankful that this line, these products were actually sent to me around this time of the year, because this is, it is September right now, and usually this time of the year, my skin and everything starts to dry out, just like the season is. And of course, I'm all about moisturizing and everything at this point, because I don't want to break out. Like, I actually can start already seeing some changes in my skin, which I'm not very happy about, because the summer just makes my skin nice and glowy, and now as winter comes around, everything just get off balance. This, you know how it works. All right, so my hands right now is actually really dry, but honestly, I'm gonna try it on my arms and my chest and all over the place and see how I feel. Also, if you have been following me for a minute, I'm not a big fan of oils. I actually appreciate gels more, but because this one feels like a water oily, kind of like a water oil mix, it looks like it might be doing pretty good. All right, so let's see how this goes. Of course, new product, so let's just let it pump for a second. All right, so here we go. All right, so it is very basic. Okay, I have to say that this will go. I can already tell it's going to absorb really fast. But would it give me a nice dry feeling? But it does smells amazing. I just applied in this arm. As you can see, it gives me like this really nice glow. And I will have to say that it does give you that, that oil feeling a little bit, but it deabsorbs quite fast. And I don't think it's very like, how am I gonna say it? It's not tacky. It doesn't feel like disgusting either. Actually, it feels really nice and moistured. And I'm pretty sure this is, this might actually disappear like within an hour or so. So it will definitely absorb. But if you can see, it's literally instant hydration. You can see between the two arms, like you can tell which one is the nice and moisturizer, and this one looks just pale and dry. But even in, like I said earlier, my hands were kind of on the drier side, and just by me applying this, it feels so nice, so smooth, and hydrated. And like I said, if I would give it probably like an hour, maybe 30 minutes, it will not even feel like there's nothing there. But it feel like, of course, it's gonna feel like you're served and all that stuff. So I'm very pleased with this. And of course, it smells like lavender. So I think this will be like a really great line for like a nice spa day. You put this in your bath, you put this after to just kind of have a really nice midday situation. And of course, this is $60. If you are someone who needs like vitamin E and want to feel like that really nice vibe, I think it's definitely worth it. But if you're looking for something a little more like towards like everyday situation or things like that, of course, I will probably suggest to get something a little bit, I don't know, on the bigger side, and something that will probably keep you more hydrated. I feel like this is more for a nice spa day, or if you just want to treat yourself here and there. And the fact that it has lavender in it, of course, there are some benefits to it. I believe it's like relaxes you and things like that. So it's definitely there. And of course, this is all very organic, which we love here. We love organic stuff. And I think that is it. So what I'm going to do now is actually I need to finish moisturizing my face because we don't have a moisturizer here. So let me just put the oil on the rest of my body. I'm going to be moisturizing my skin. I'm also going to put on a little bit of concealer and things like that. And I will give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so I am done. I put on the oil all over my body. As you can see, I'm nice and hydrated. My face is nice and hydrated as well. Of course, after I cleanse it and I mist it, I did put a little bit of my current favorite Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream to moisturize. And for last touch, we are going to add a little bit more of this beautiful mist. Kind of give ourselves a little bit of an extra hydration and kind of put everything that I put on my face just now. And of course, like I said, I do have a little bit of makeup today. I just use a little bit of concealer, a little bit of blush, some contour somewhere, and a little bit of my eyebrows and things like that. All right, so let's just finish this up. All right, so now, I love the smell of this. All right. So in order that we end up trying this, right, first thing, the cleanser, I think I found it very innovative in a way. I think it was very fascinating. It did end up cleaning my face pretty well. And like I said, I think it's really innovative because you can just wipe it off at the end, once you're done. It doesn't create it doesn't give you like a mess or anything like that. It's pretty easy on the go. So if you are looking for something quick, easy, but still get the job done, highly suggested. Also, it's a gel, so it's gonna be very, 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 very soft on the skin, but it still gives you that really nice, clean feeling after you're done. And I do like it. It wasn't bad. And of course, it is a bit on the pricey side. I believe this was like $52. So if you're looking for something to try it out, things like that, this is something that you might want to try. Like I said, I do feel like this will be pretty well for like people who have not just sensitive skin or things like that, but also dry skin and things like that. If you have problematic skin that you still kind of want to like get it back cleansed, and then of course, there's nothing in it. It just cleanse. That's not gonna help you with like acne or any thing like that, wrinkles or anything like that. This is just give you a nice, clean, slick face for you to be able to put on the other products on top of it. So that's my thoughts for this. Now for the mist, my current obsession. Currently, I love the smell of it. It gives it like a nice floral orangey the smell on the skin. It goes pretty well. Look, I just put a makeup. I didn't put anything else on my face. I just added this on top and everything blended in nicely. I'm quite surprised on how smooth everything looks now. It just looks hydrated. It gives you that really nice feeling. Would I skip this? Would I skip my moisturizer instead of this? Of course not, but I do like the fact that you can add a little bit of a pre-moisture before your moisturizer, and like it says, you can add this throughout the day. So I'm definitely going to be taking this with me so I can put a little bit more later on and see if it actually makes a difference. All right, and now for the body oil. I love the glass. I think it's gonna look very aesthetic in my bathroom and things like that. Now it has been a little bit of some, it's been a few minutes now. My skin still feels nice and moisture. I just love the glow that it gives me. I would have to say that lavender smell, it does tends to evaporate. I mean, I still smell a little bit, but not as I just, when I applied, of course. So it definitely goes in, and you can still see start to absorb. Still give me a little bit of that. Now the packiness, it's not too bad. I mean, I did put this on first before I did this one, of course, and now you can see this one actually feels a lot smoother. It doesn't feel like it's kind of dry now at this point. This one I did put a little bit later, so it's still in the process. But yeah, I think this is actually pretty, I like when it comes to my body, I don't mind any oils or things like that. I think it's doing pretty well. But when it comes to my face, I am a little bit more skeptical because this is not what I would like in my face. But on the body, I think it's pretty appropriate. Actually, it's giving this really nice glow. So, it is really nice and hydrating and everything. So when it comes to the body, because, our skin, especially the ones in our body, it is the largest organ that we have, so we gotta protect it and keep it treated pretty well. And of course, this one, it is $60. Like I said, this is like aesthetically, like if you're looking for like a nice lavender vitamin E oil, to add to your bath or things like that, which by the way, I never thought about that. I mean, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I knew that information, but it's just good to be a reminder that, if I can put this into like water and everything, I can definitely see myself taking a bath, which now that I think about it, I'm gonna have to do it pretty soon. So nice methane. All right, so, and I think that's it. Those were my thoughts. Of course, I give you guys a little bit of a catch up in about 6 hours or so to see how I'm doing with all these products, and I think that's it pretty much for this video. Okay, before I end up giving you guys my final round in about 6 hours, please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up for more videos like this. Of course, make sure you guys follow me on my personal social media accounts at Javier Ortiz NY. If you guys want to check these products, you guys can go, of course, to KerstinFlorian.com, and I think that's it. Oh, make sure you guys follow them as well on social media. I will link it right here, and I think that's it. Let me give you guys catch up in about 6 hours, and I will see you guys on next time. All right, so it's been approximately over 12 hours. It's already 6:25, and this is what we have. I had not touched my skin at all day. And actually, we have a little bit of a sunset going on right now. As you can see how nice my skin is, nice and glowy, but like in a good way. I just love the way it is. And like I said, I am wearing a little bit of makeup and things like that, but it's only concealer and as such. I have not even done anything with it, but I just love how good and healthy my skin looks, and it doesn't feel dry or anything, so I'm very pleased with that. Also, if you look at my skin, it did dry like about an hour. Kind of everything absorbed into the skin. And I don't have the lavender. It doesn't smell like anything. I think pretty sure everything evaporated, but this feels really nice and healthy either way. My hands, I have washed my hands throughout the day, and usually at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, my hands do feel kind of like dry, but so far it's doing pretty good. And I do have the mist right here, which I am just going to apply a little bit more. I love this. And you can see, I mean, it's still a little bit wet, but it does look pretty good. Wow, this really just helped me pump my skin. I love this. So I'm very pleased, very happy with this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.